store is located in sunny Southern California, and we have an opportunity to meet with Ron, who is one of the managers here at this particular location. Thank you so much.
You're
for
welcome.
having us.
Nice to be here.
Today we'll be talking about men's skincare, and a few topics that we'll discuss would be caring for your skin pre and post shaving, how you should properly care for your skin as far as a skincare routine, which we'll demonstrate in a facial in a separate video, dealing with teenage acne, adult acne for men, and then we'll probably touch on some products and ingredients that you should look for in looking for your men's skincare lines. So starting with, I guess the first question that I had, Ron, that we touched on a little bit earlier, I think some people might feel that men's skin is different from women's skin, but what we talked about is that there really aren't major differences, that it's more about the concerns that we have.
That's correct. Absolutely. So yes, obviously men's skin is a little different than women's skin. Men's skin is a little bit thicker and it's a little bit more oilier than women's skin. But picking your products and doing a facial is very similar. We don't really change it up that much. Our main concern for both man and woman is what they're looking for out of the facial,
right,
and what their concerns are and what their problems are for their skin.
Right. Okay, so that kind of clears up any of those questions. And I guess the other thing I want to mention is if you do have questions that we might not touch on, please feel free to add some comments. Either one of us will be happy to respond to those if we don't cover any of those issues or concerns that you have personally. So one of the things that I'm most interested in is shaving, and because I don't have the facial hair to shave, I've always wondered, how should a man care for their skin prior to shaving and then after they have shaved for that morning, I guess. So what are your recommendations?
My recommendations are, if you can do a dry brush, you would exfoliate dry just with a brush and getting rid of all your dead skin and getting rid of like the free radicals that are on your face.
Okay.
And then putting on an oil on your skin. A lot of people don't realize that you could cleanse your skin with oil.
With an oil.
Yes. It's very common in other countries. It's not as common here. But the facial that we are going to do later will show you that we're going to start off with the dry brush, and then we're going to do an oil, then we'll do the cleanse. And that will really help you get a better shave.
Okay, which is interesting because I know I've talked about oil as far as not just moisturizing, but also how it can really help to clear up different skin issues that we have. Now, how do we deal with, or how does a man deal with ingrown hairs, and how does that affect, if at all, skin issues, or how does that bring about other skin issues?
Well, if a man's having a lot of ingrown hairs, it's because his pores are usually clogged. So you would need to do a little bit more exfoliating.
Okay.
That's what would help eliminate the ingrown hairs.
Okay.
We have a liquid exfoliator that will show on our facial today when we do the facial. And then also you are moisturizing and you are softening the skin and the bearded area, and that helps for a quicker, easier shave.
Okay, so that's great.
Yeah.
Because I also touch on in other videos that I've shared with you all how important it is to exfoliate. So if you're not exfoliating and you're experiencing ingrown hairs, then that would obviously help to clear that
Yes,
up.
absolutely.
Okay.
Exfoliation is just a deep cleanse.
Right.
People get confused. They think it's more harsher than it is. It just means that you're going in deeper into the skin and really opening up the pores and pulling out things that are clogged, things that need to be
Dead
cleansed,
skin.
and dead skin.
Right.
So it's not so traumatic. It's just a better, deeper cleanse.
Okay. Now, what about for men who are experiencing adult acne and shaving? How do you
Okay,
work through
so you know what? If a man is experiencing a lot of acne, I would see a dermatologist. You know, but there are products that we could show you in our facial that we'll do that'll help you. And a lot of times, with the facial acne, what you want to do is put more oils on the skin.
Okay.
People tend to scrub their skin. They're like, oh, I'm breaking out, and they want to scrub it clean.
Right.
The body's very smart. If you take all the oils out, it tells you to put more oils in.
Right.
So if you're putting oils into your skin, your body just reacts the opposite way and goes, oh, I don't need to produce so many oils. So then it slows it down, which is the cause of a lot of acne, because it's buildup of oils that are not cleaned out.
Right.
So you have to put oil on your acne
Right.
to stop it from
Exactly.
breaking out.
which I'm so glad that you're bringing that up, because a lot of us and women, we tend to strip our skin, especially when we're experiencing acne. We strip our skin and we're telling our body, like you said, okay, we're dry now, so we need to produce more oil. So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah, our body's very smart, and if you read about it and get information about it, you'll see that's the best way to get rid of acne. And people have this misconception of just scrubbing it clean, and it's probably the worst thing you could do.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So another question that I have as it relates to men's skincare products, what type of, and I know we'll touch on this when we do our demonstration for a proper skincare routine for men, what type of products or ingredients should a person look for in men's skincare line?
Well, we touched on vitamin C, which is an anti-aging. I don't know if we touched on it, but we did talk about it.
Right.
And vitamin C is very, very helpful because it's going to be an anti-aging, and it gets rid of the free radicals, and it helps your skin tremendously. Right. So what you're really doing is you're looking for products that don't have a lot of stuff, and that's a lot of alcohol. Alcohol, they have to put it in so it dries up, but you don't want a lot of alcohol to dry out your skin. You want it to be as moisturized as possible. That's really important in skincare. So just depending on what your skin type is, that's how you would choose what products you would need for your skin. So it would really depend on the skin type of what you're looking for in a product.
Okay. Now, moving on then to different age groups.
Yeah.
We have teenagers, of course. We don't want to leave out our teenagers who are experiencing hormones and teenage acne. But then we have our 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. What advice do you have for a person or a male who's a teenager going from 20 to 30? What advice do you have as far as caring for the skin? Should we use the same products over a short period of time and then transition, or should we use longer period, for a longer period of time?
I don't think you need to use a product for a long period of time. Cell rejuvenation is every 28 days for someone that's in their 20s. And as you get older, it stops reproducing as quickly as that's why we have the aging process. So even if you have good skin and you're taking care of it at the age of 20, all that's going to do is make you look fantastic when you're 40, 30 and 40.
Right.
So that's amazing. So if you're diligent enough, and unfortunately 20-year-olds are on the run, so they don't take care of their skin as much. But if they are, they will look good as they get older. Men that are in their 30s and 40s, you just want to look for things that are going to really hydrate the skin, because that's really important. Men don't tend to necessarily look at the wrinkles and all that so much. What they're looking for is more of a even skin tone, cleansing the pores, making sure they're not getting blackheads and all of that, and also just to really keep your skin hydrated, because then you look very healthy. And it's a good looking skin tone. So what you want to do in your 40s and 50s is have a nice skin tone, not so much worry about the wrinkles and all that. That's what most men are looking for.
Okay. Well, good. I think I have actually hopefully answered or given a lot of questions with some good answers for those of you who are experiencing issues while shaving, acne, ingrown hairs, how to manage your acne. So again, if you have questions that you'd like to receive some answers on, please feel free to comment, and either Ron or myself will get back to you in my channel. I think what we'll do next is, as I mentioned, we'll do a demonstration of a proper skincare routine for males, and that will be in a separate video. So stay tuned, and thank you, Ron,
You're
again
welcome.
for your
My
time.
pleasure.
And we're going to do some shopping here at Aveda. Thank you.